All right, so we are going to do some doodle notes today for science. This is the rock cycle, and we're going to be talking about igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Remember, at any time, if I'm going too fast on any of these notes, you can always pause me, rewind, and listen to me again. So igneous rocks are created from the cooling and solidification of magma or lava. The rock's crystal size depends on how quickly it cools. Then we have sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are created from deposition of sediments in layers over long periods of time. It often contains fossils. And then metamorphic rocks are the existing rock is subjected to very high heat and pressure, and it usually takes place deep underground. So some examples of these types of rocks. So for igneous rocks, we have pumice. Some of you might have a pumice stone at home, or obsidian, or granite. And it would probably be a good idea to just Google those rocks and just look at pictures of them so you have an idea in your head what they look like. If we go over to sedimentary rocks, some examples of sedimentary rocks are shale, limestone, and conglomerate. And then examples of metamorphic rock are gneiss, marble, and schist. So once again, I would really highly recommend that you Google those and look at some pictures of what they look like to help it stick in your head. So what we're going to do right now is look and see how any type of rock can become another type given the right conditions. So if you have a sedimentary rock and melting occurs, it can turn into an igneous rock. If you have a metamorphic rock and it also goes through melting, it can also turn into an igneous rock. So we have sedimentary and metamorphic. If both of those melt, they'll turn into igneous rocks. Well, if we want to go from an igneous rock to a sedimentary, we might have some weathering or erosion or deposition that's occurring. Same thing, if we go from metamorphic to sedimentary, the same things could happen. If there was weathering, erosion, or deposition, a metamorphic rock could become a sedimentary rock. And then we can have heat and pressure. So if we go from sedimentary and there's heat and pressure, that's going to become a metamorphic rock. Same thing if we go from an igneous rock and we apply heat or pressure, that's going to become a metamorphic rock. So sedimentary, heat and pressure becomes metamorphic. Igneous, heat and pressure becomes metamorphic. So we can see how we can go and change from any of those rocks at any time to another one. So here's just some basic information for formation of sediments. The word weathering is the creation of smaller pieces of rock through physical or chemical means. And erosion is the moving of sediments from their original position. Deposition is the settling out of sediment. And compaction or cementation is the process by which sediment is squeezed and glued together into a new rock. So you're going to fill in those notes just like I did. And then you are going to color in this sheet so it sticks out in your mind. So one idea I had is that you can make everything that's sedimentary one color, everything that's igneous another color, everything that's metamorphic the third color, and then anytime there's melting, make those arrows one color. Anytime there's weathering, erosion, or deposition, make that one color. And anytime there's heat or pressure, make that one color. And then just kind of use other colors or a combination of those colors to finish this out. So your sheet should not look blank like this. It should be colored in at the end.